Good morning, everyone. Starting it up, and away we go.
Good morning and welcome to the free daily coaching hangout. Your daily hangout for mindset, tech tips, and everything attraction marketing. We're here every morning at 10:30 a.m. Eastern. Sit back or jump in. Either way, remember to have some fun. Here at freedailycoaching.com.
All right, good morning and welcome, everyone, to the free daily coaching hangout. My name is Bert Bledsoe, and this morning we're going to do something special, a little bit off the cuff. And the reason that we're doing it in this way is really for a fun reason. I'm gonna tell all of you what we're doing here in just a moment. I want to say good morning and welcome to everyone. Say good morning and welcome to our special guest, Felicia Mupo, and tell you guys a little bit about what's going on. Now, if you've been here in the past, over the last few months, you've been here on some Powerhouse Wednesdays where Felicia has had the opportunity to come at you live, come to you guys, and bring to you what she's been learning, right? Bringing some powerhouse lessons. The last 2 weeks preceding up to here, up to today, and you might want to go back and watch these videos if you weren't here, were the 4 pedestals, right? And these 4 pillars, really is the 4 pillars, right? I was like talking about a portion of that sits on top of the pillar, and it was a 2-part series. Right, so super powerful. If you're feeling like maybe you're out of balance, if you're feeling like something's not level, there's something a little bit askew, go check out these 4 pillars. That's something that maybe for you can get you just right back into balance. Maybe it levels that out just enough that you can now stand on a level platform and you can actually do something. You can move forward. So what I wanted to do this morning was I did something sneaky, guys, okay? I did a little switcheroo, a little bamboozling, if you will, and I did a little sneaky thing. So I'm going to tell you guys about what my bamboozling activities were, but let me say good morning and welcome to you guys. I see Jeff out in California. I see it's funny how the Canadian Karen and Angel always pop up right next to each other, and they're both from Canada, so it's fun to see the Canadian ladies. And then Nancy up in New York, she might as well be in Canada, right? She's right there too. So good morning, Nancy. I see Cynthia's here again this morning. Good morning to you, my good buddy, 3-time Emmy-winning marketing extraordinaire, Mr. David Emmy Dude DeMarco is here this morning. Good morning, Dave. Dave, we got to connect. I know we keep saying it, but we got to do it. Just call me, buddy. Vic, down in Dallas, Mrs. Vicky Durbeck. I just call her Vic now. It's my nickname for her. I'm just like, oh, it's little Vic. We got Mr. Brian Gibbs in the house today. If you guys haven't met Brian, we got the same hairdo. And I've been talking to Brian about some stuff, and I literally had to message him back this morning because the beauty of our profession and what we do is we have the ability to do some really fun stuff. And Brian had the opportunity. Looked like yesterday he spent the whole day on the entire day on the golf course, so that was fun. Mr. Jake Davis in the house. Jake just started hanging out with us over in the free daily coaching group, guys. If you haven't said hi to Jake, go say hi. Jake if you guys don't know Jake got introduced to the group by Felicia, right? So everyone is like getting networked. Everyone's meeting each other from everyone else. So it's really cool, guys. Jeannie's here from up in Denver. I think she's going to be coming down in just a couple weeks, guys. November 15th, 10 days from now. We're having a special guest. Diane Hockman is coming down to Colorado Springs, so really excited about that. So we'll get to meet Jeannie for the first time. Mark's here this morning from overseas. Malia's here from sunny San Diego. Mr. Jackson Kelly from down in southern Colorado. We got Tom and Bob and Len all from Cali hanging out. Felicia's got the Dallas crew here with Bill Moore and Vicky. Leanne's probably here somewhere. I can't, they keep popping in, so it gets too much. I see Sandy's here. Rick, nice to see you. Chris Schaus is in the house. We got Mr. Maurice Walker. Debbie Deerdorf, and Christina Urban. Wow, we got a full load, and that's not even everyone. I tried to say hi to everyone, but I can't always do it. Well, now that a good majority of you are here, we can get going. I can tell you about some hijinks I played on the little switcheroo, the 1-2 bamboozlement that I did with Felicia. As many of you know, she's been hosting the free daily coaching call on Wednesdays, bringing you some powerhouse mornings. And I told her that as the call, you know, we've been doing some changes. I've been doing some tweaks, working with my mentor, and really deciding which direction that I want to go with the free daily coaching call and how it's going to continue to evolve. And so one of the things that I was discussing with Felicia, because I work with Felicia closely, and obviously she's here on Wednesday mornings, is I said, let's do something, Felicia, where we're going to do something back and forth. And guys, we are going to do something like this, but it's not going to happen this morning. And I told Felicia I wanted to do it like pros and cons, right? Kind of like point, counterpoint, and go back and forth and show you guys in real time, in live interaction, how you can start to apply some of the methods, some of the strategies, some of the simple techniques that we've learned, that I've taught to a bunch of different people, and some of the things that Felicia started to implement that she's been learning. And so we wanted to show how you can implement that. And so we had this all planned out, and I told Felicia that that's what we were going to do this morning. But in reality, guys, the entire time, the plan was to actually interview Felicia this morning. So today, as you know, guys, we do interviews. And the reason that I wanted to specifically interview Felicia, and I didn't want to tell her, was if you guys know Felicia, you know she's a very focused planner. She likes to do things in a very meticulous way, and I did not want her to go and sit down and try to think of answers before the questions were even asked, because I knew once that happened, then all of a sudden my messages were going to go ballistic with what are the questions, give me an idea, give me something to go on, blah, blah. You know, I knew it was going to be a barrage all day leading up to that. So I just played along like it was something else so that we could get the real reactions, we could get the raw interview. Isn't that what you guys really want? Is that real personal, that real in-depth, real feelings, real thoughts, real actions, what was really going on? Isn't that what you want to know about? Because isn't that what you're experiencing? Is it happening to you in real time, or is it something that you're looking back on? No, it's happening to you right now. What your experiences are that you're going through, the struggles, the challenges that you're having, the successes that you're celebrating, they're all happening right now. And I want to capture that moment for you, so that you can see that moment for what it is and how amazing those moments can be, both the challenges and the successes. So this morning, it's my privilege to welcome to the call someone that most of you are familiar with. If you're not familiar with Felicia, Felicia has, in the last 6 to 9 months, really been tenacious. Okay, she didn't explode onto the scene, guys. She made a desired or a direct effort towards a desired goal. She looked at a goal, she said, that's where I want to get to, and said, what's required to get there, and just started taking action. That's it. There is no magic other thing other than that. Now, was there special things that she did along the way? Absolutely. That's like the Marketing for Dummies, right? The little yellow Marketing for Dummies book. That's the Cliff Notes, right? Is that she picked a goal, she said what's required to get to that goal, and she took the desired results. And what's happened, guys, is because of taking actions over and over again, she's been able to achieve some results that she wanted to achieve. She was able to achieve a leadership level recently in the marketing system that she uses, and actually, guys, she's actually about to break into that next leadership level, and it's just a matter of time. Everything's already transpired, guys. In the system that she uses, everything's transpired. She's literally just waiting for trial periods to end for people. Can you imagine that? Being able to go literally from working and just having like a trickle in of a team and doing it and trying to get all the pieces together, and then one day going, oh, look at this, boom, 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 boom. 3 or 4 Legos in a row, and then all of a sudden you built like a Lego car. You had just like a pile of Legos, and now there's a car, and you're like, wow, now that I made a Lego car, I bet I could make a truck or a tractor or maybe a plane or a castle, or maybe I could even make the Death Star, right? Maybe I could make the Millennium Falcon. Like I could even make a spaceship. And that's what Felicia has started to do, okay, because she took some massive actions. And so it's been really fun to be able to watch her grow, to watch her develop, and to see what she's created, right? To see what she's starting to develop on her own. So good morning, Felicia. Welcome.
Good morning, Bert. Tricking me. Thank you for having me on this morning, but that was a total trick, and you're probably right. This is probably definitely a good way to do it, because I would have, you know me well enough to know that I would have thought through the answers and had something ready to go. So, look what I got in the mail when I got back.
Nice, very nice. I like it when you get the fun prizes.
I know. I've been out of town, and I got this package when I arrived back in town. I opened it up yesterday. I'm like, what a cute little package.
It's very fun to get little things in the mail, to win prizes. That's like a little side bonus, right? That's a side bonus as a direct result of taking action and starting to build your business. Maybe that's a great segue, Felicia, into a few questions. Is a lot of people come into the home-based business industry, into the direct sales or affiliate marketing industry. Maybe they're in the multi-level marketing. Maybe they have an MLM company that they're working with, and they see other people out there having success, and they start to compare themselves to those other people. They start to, and I know that you've had experience in this, and that's why I want to bring this up, is they start to compare themselves with other people and think that they should have those same results.
Right.
And the reason I want to illustrate that is because I know that you walked through some of those challenges yourself. Mm-hmm. And what people see, what you're seeing on the outside, people, and what's actually transpiring, and the amount of time that's transpired is two different things. You see, if you just came into the mix in the last 4 months or 6 months, and you've seen me, let's say, you'll be like, wow, what's going on? How did this guy win this and this and this and this and all these prizes this summer? Mm-hmm. He just came out of nowhere. But really, because you're just arriving, because you've only been here for 4 months or 6 months or 2 weeks, it seems to you, people like myself, you can look all over. There's all kinds of people having success. When you see that, it appears on the outside like it just happened. And so tell us, Felicia, when you first started, and even once you started to get a little traction, how did you start to step through those challenges of comparing yourself to other people? And if that challenge still exists, what do you do to curb it? What are you doing in your marketing to really stay away from that pitfall?
Well, I mean, that's a huge one, the whole compare-itis, and trying to figure out, why is somebody else having success and I'm not in, or maybe I am. And I think this is where I had the tougher part. Even I was having success, so I knew that it worked. That part was all good, but I wasn't having as much success as somebody else. And I think personally that was even harder for me, is to have a little taste of it, but not have it work as well as I thought it was working for somebody else. And it still plagues me. I mean, I haven't been in this industry for very long, just a handful of months. So it does still plague me. But where I've gone and why it doesn't crumble me or really get me upset anymore is because I know where I'm going to. I know exactly what my next step is. I know exactly what my goal is, and just like we talked about in the pillars, I went through that exercise. I mean, y'all saw my worksheet on the pillars exercise, but I had gone through it before in even more depth, and I went back and I reverse engineered where I wanted to be in 12 months from now, I reverse engineered that down to bite-sized pieces, little bitty pieces and it's, for me, it's a week. I've got everything broken down into a week, and as long as I can achieve those goals within a week, then I know that I'm moving forward. And then I don't get upset because I'm getting results now every single week. I mean, hopefully every single day, but now I'm getting the results that I wanted every single week, and I know that if I keep doing that over the years period of time, it's going to get me exactly where I wanted because I mathematically reverse engineered it, and I have it in my vision. It has to happen. There's no way that it can't. The other thing that I did is to really team up with people like you, Bert, and other people that are on this call as well, and trust in what was being said to me, trust in the process, trust in the guidance, and identify who is it that I really admire, what it is that they're doing. I want to do what they're doing, and make a determination for myself. Am I actually willing to take those steps that they're suggesting that I do? And once I came to the determination that yes, I trust them, yes, I trust you, Bert, and I'm willing to follow those steps, that it didn't really matter that I didn't get the same results on the first time out.
Absolutely. Well, and I think that's a big deal for people, is that you feel like when you see these other people get a result, you feel like you need to be getting that same result, or you feel like you should be going faster because other people appear to be going fast. Mm-hmm. It's really just it's an illusion, or it's an optical illusion. It's not that they're really moving that much faster than you. It's that they've been doing it for longer, or they're using a different technique, or there's something different about what they're doing. That's really the bottom line. It's not because what happens is we internalize it, we take it personally, and that's where the challenge is, right? It's not that because we're talking about a feeling that we're having. It's not like a statistical analysis. It's not like we sat down and we said, okay, well, this is statistically, this is what I've done, this is my results, and I'm comparing it to this person's. That's not what we're talking about. If you notice that, people, you notice what we're saying is that I felt like I wasn't doing what they were doing. I felt these were things that we were imposing on our business that were maybe not even real. They weren't actually even transpiring in reality, because you can't compare yourself to me because you're not me, right? I can't compare myself to David DeMarco because I didn't win 3 Emmys. So I'm not David DeMarco, right? I can make like a tinfoil thing and wrap it around the little chicken box thing I've got back there and make myself a thing, but that's not a real Emmy. So I can't, right? I can't compare myself to Dave and say, well, I've made 500 YouTube videos, so I've done quite a bit of video. I should be getting an Emmy by now, right? It doesn't equate. It does not equate.
No.
So let me ask you another question, Felicia. As you have grown, as you started to build a team, because really what the bottom line is that the reason that I'm interviewing you is because you're getting the result that you were aiming for, right? So for a long time you were trying to show people a platform, you were trying to introduce information to people, but the pieces weren't all coming together.
Right.
And then what happened that the pieces started to line up and things started to make sense for you? Was there a specific thing?
What snapped is it is part of going through the Guru Code and getting more aligned with who it is actually that I was going to follow, and try to and really I narrowed that process down. And one of the lines that was shared in that course that many of us took is identify who you are and what it is that you stand for. That's one line that if I take nothing else away, which I certainly did, but if I take nothing else away, then that one line, that's the line that has absolutely changed my mindset. It's changed my business. It's changed how I interact with everybody that I communicate with, whether online or offline or even on the telephone. is I know exactly where it is that I'm going. I know exactly what it is that I have to offer, and I know when I want to say yes. I know when I want to say no, and what that person has to be on the other end of the line in order for me to say yes. I think before I was stuck in a place where I just wanted anyone and everyone. It's like, please, just somebody listen to me. Please, somebody buy something from me so that way I could validate in my own mind what it was that I was doing. When in reality, I didn't need them. I didn't need their decision to validate what it is that I was doing. I needed to come to that resolution on my own. And then once I did, it's been very, very simple to communicate that to other people and to get other people to respond to it as well.
It's powerful. It's really that's a powerful takeaway, guys and gals that are watching this morning. You know, these moments that we have when we realize that it seems like it's such a simple thing, but to not just realize it in your mind, but to feel it in your core, and then to take actions based upon that. And that's the exciting part, Felicia. That's the celebration. That's the part that gets you, like, that's the part that makes the goosebumples, guys, or whatever you call it. You know, goose pimples or goosebumps or crazy skin, the turkey skin. That's what makes it so exciting, is that when you see yourself how everyone else is seeing you for the first time, and then it's like this. It's like, I imagine it as when you're struggling, when you feel like you're not sure if anyone's hearing your voice, when you're wondering if what you're doing is just spinning your wheels, but the people around you are telling you, no, we see you, we hear you, you're amazing, you have a light inside of you. Mm-hmm. And then one day you go into a room that has a mirror, and you look in the mirror and you see that you have the light. And that day, when that happens, when you come out of the room, there's a twinkle, there's a sparkle in your eye that everyone can see, and the people, especially the people that have been supporting you the whole time, that have been telling you, hey, you got it, you could do it, like, go and share it. That's the best part of the whole thing, Felicia, is that when you realize it and you see it in yourself and you come out and tell everyone, those of us that saw it, we can see the sparkle in your eye, and we can, and then it's like a exciting and a relieving feeling. It's like when you start a fire and you're cold at first, and then the fire's going and you're like, oh yeah, this is so exciting, we have fire. And then right after that, it's like a relief, like, oh man, we could sit down, kick our feet up, the fire's going, it's nice and toasty. And that's what it's like to watch as you start to put the pieces together in your own business, and as you start to see what's really going on and start to then be able to take what you've learned and literally go out and share it with so many people. And I've seen, especially over this last week, yourself just introducing all kinds of new people to things. And I see them being introduced on Facebook. They're being put into groups. You're literally giving people solutions, and they're taking advantage of it. And it's a win-win. Win. It's a trifecta, right? It's the win-win-win that we learn. Because you win, the person that you introduced the system and the platform to wins, and the community, everyone else wins, because you just brought someone else in. You brought more energy in. You brought a new point of view in. So it's a win-win-win. Everyone wins. It's so exciting. Felicia, if you could give someone that's just coming on board, maybe they just started in their company, maybe they've been doing this for a few years, maybe they've been doing this for longer, and maybe they're just not getting the traction that they want to get. If you could tell people in a 1 or 2 minutes, really just something from your heart that you could tell them, like, hey, go do this, to get a result, go do something, what message would you share with them to get them focused so that they could get a result, so that they could go and do something like what you've been able to do and what you're doing right now?
The biggest thing for me was that the last 2 weeks. So on this call and over the last 2 weeks, I shared that 4 pillars. Go through that process with a very open heart, with an absolute determination to be honest with yourself. None of this, none of this silly, set down goals that you can achieve. That way, at the end of the year, you check it off and you're like, oh yeah, I did it. No. Put out the real thing that your heart really desires. If y'all could read through my full list, it scares me, so I'm sure it would scare you as well. Your list should scare you on what it is that you have down there. But then realistically, spend some time with yourself and identify, am I willing to do what it is that's required to get there? If you are not willing to do what's required to get there, once you go through that, kind of reverse engineering process, adjust it. Adjust it so that way you can have a win, and you're going to have wins on a weekly basis. The biggest thing that has gotten me to that point, though, is identify who it is that you want to follow. We have a lot of friends in this industry. We have a lot of people that we admire, that we look up to, that we think are great at certain things. But what I found is you can really only ride one horse at a time. You can't ride 16. You can't please 16 different people. But you can please yourself, and you can please 1 or 2 other people that you are closely aligned with. Identify who that is in your life and in your business, and then watch where it is that they're going. Not so much what it is that they're doing, because you can never duplicate. Like you said earlier, Bert, even though I was trying to do some of the exact things that you were doing, I wasn't getting the same results that you were getting because I wasn't necessarily doing them with the same mindset and in the exact same way. So go find those people that are in your life, but really study them and understand why are they doing what it is that they're doing, not just what it is that they're doing. And that's the whole reason why copy and pasting sales pages or copy and pasting messages from another person won't work. There are no shortcuts. You have to internalize it.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Felicia, A, for taking some time this morning with us, B, for just doing it on the fly, C, for really stepping up and helping out here at Free Daily Coaching, for doing some fill-in in the very beginning, just taking some days where I was on vacation and traveling and taking over and really starting to have a guest spot, and then thank you for sharing what it is that you've been doing and some of the challenges that you've gone through to really start to build and get some momentum. People don't sometimes realize how much work on the back end and in the beginning there was to get to the destination, right? They just see you pulling up to the beach in your RV, and they don't realize what it took to get the RV, and all the work that was in the preparation and the planning and the packing and all of the work. So I really appreciate what you have done, what you have been doing, what you are doing, and I'm really excited to see where you're going to continue to go. So thank you for being here this morning. Thank you guys all for joining us. I want to cut this down. I want to be done right here at the top of the hour. For those of you that want to go check out the My Lead System Pro morning wake-up call, go do that. The rest of you, I'm going to shoot you over a link. Tonight, as every Wednesday night, we have the industry-wide webinar that's sponsored by My Lead System Pro. Go over, get registered, get your seat tonight. It's 9 p.m. Eastern Time. And once again, let's thank the absolutely wonderful Mrs. Felicia Mupo for joining us here on Free Daily Coaching this morning. Thank you, guys. Have a wonderful day.